But we're here, so that's good news.
Here.
Ooh, I just hit it. So
yes. And we're excited to be here. Thanks for joining us as you come online. We're excited. We're excited about this week's topic because it actually is
we started.
Yeah, one of the reasons why we started our labor gown business. And I know we have a lot of people that follow us that don't really know about our labor gowns because we do so much more education. I mean, we sell our labor gowns and we love it, and we love to sell our labor gowns, but we also want to educate you on why you would want a labor gown. First, well, educate you on your birth, and then
okay, so we're a little background on us. We're sisters. If you didn't know, this is Alina.
Hi.
I'm April. And we actually have 2 older sisters and a wonderful mom and lots of female strong energy, right? So it wasn't too far of a stretch that we both ended up in a very nurturing field. And Alina especially is a huge learner. The girl is constantly reading books, constantly learning new things, and just fulfilling her brain of all the things. So do anybody associate that way? Are you guys
who's a learner,
learning,
and anything that you hear something new, you're like, oh my gosh, I got to figure that out.
I want to research more about that. So that's Alina.
And so raise your hand if you're like me.
Yes, I got lucky enough that she is the sister just older than me, and so I literally let her pave the way.
She did.
I had
in
a nice,
everything.
Just beautiful yellow brick road that I was just
and not just
down.
Because I was a learner, but I'm also a rebel, and I like to not do things the way everyone else does them.
The normal way.
She learned a lot of things by just watching what
We've got
not
some
to
good
do.
learners here.
Oh
yes.
And then I'm also
all the info.
That. So and then she's just super good at recognizing good information, and she's a nurturer and really is a a lover of all things
connection. I really love to connect.
That's the right word.
And so the first time I attended a birth, it was just one of my good friends, and I was hooked. I loved it so much. And then with Alina, I became a doula a few years before Alina did. And with Alina, it was just kind of a natural progression for her. She's a master herbalist. She did a lot of one-on-one clientele. She delved a lot in the birth world. She has vast knowledge in the birth world. So a lot of our life, we have years and years of education in our brains, and so it was a natural fit and flow for us to educate here, especially because we were getting a lot of questions
which we love. So we started this labor gown business because we wanted birth to be looked at differently by not just the women giving birth, but by the community of birth workers, doctors, hospitals, all the things that, because we kind of medicalized birth, which is great and it's fine, but we've taken the woman out of being the one in charge of her body and her baby.
The first step.
You're the first step. And as doulas and just humans and women, we realized that that's really what we wanted for women, to be put back into the driver's seat. And we felt like, what is one thing we could do to help women access that?
I want to tell you, it was a turning point conversation. So we had both been doulas and attending births, and we were discussing it one day, and it was Alina that said, I love being able to help women on a one-on-one level. I love attending births. It's so wonderful. You get this high after you come home from a birth, and you're just I witnessed a miracle. It was so wonderful. But then she says, but I want to help all the women. I want to help everyone. I want to help thousands of them. And I feel like I can't do that when it's just a one-on-one thing. And so we kind of started to what's the word when you brainstorm? That's the word. Using your brain. We started to brainstorm ways that we could help and support
multiple women at a time.
So. Yeah, and so that's where the labor gown business began, is that we recognized that when you show up wearing something that you feel confident in, you show up differently in your attitude, in your success, in every aspect of it. And so,
and it was, okay, so going back a little bit, so one of the first births that I attended, okay, so one of the first births I attended, she bought a labor gown online, and it was something cute and fine, and it wasn't like super functional. It just basically was a cute labor gown.
Like instead of the pale blue hospital gown, it was like a beautiful color.
It was like a fun color and a pattern, and
really
it was really cute. So that was the first thing that I was like, oh, look at how she's showing up. Like she has really thought about this, and she wants this to be an experience that is so important to her that she's willing to dress and look exactly how she wants to, and she showed up really super empowered. And then in other births, it's almost fascinating for us to see that women will be super excited, and they will learn all about all the things that they want to know about birth, and they'll be really proactive, and they'll write their birth plan and do all that. And it's almost like the minute they put that labor gown, that hospital labor gown, onto their body, it's like it's
a shift.
It's imbued. Yeah, it's weird. Like the hospital gown is imbued with this energy of like dying and death and scary and not being in control. And almost putting that gown, we see women almost shift to like, wait, I don't know. What am I doing? I don't know. So and it's in fact palatable. So
I want to tell you, like, I'm going to quote. So I just recently read a book called Mind What You Wear, The Psychology of Fashion by Professor Karen J. Pine. It was a really, really fascinating book. And in it, she actually talked about hospital gowns. And so she gave this specific example of the hospital gown. She said, the hospital patient will also be familiar with the process of being stripped of their own clothes and simultaneously of their sartorial identity, which is just your identity. This leaves the patient struck dumb and therefore powerless without a voice. By the mere act of being forced into a shapeless, pale, flimsy garment that gapes in the back or fastens like a baby's gown, the hospital's patient is transformed into a half-naked, helpless, inarticulate creature that cannot even dress itself. In some chic hospitals and examining rooms, the traditional infantile garment is very pale blue, suggesting trust and docility as well as helpless innocence. In hospitals, it helps the patient and the health caregivers if the patient becomes commoditized and homogenized.
I have not heard that quote before. That's crazy. Okay, but I will agree. I had hospital births, and every time I put on that hospital gown, I was so self-conscious of my butt hanging out for everybody to see, and I felt self-conscious the whole time. So I don't know. And again, we're not knocking hospital gowns. They're fine. If you choose to wear a hospital gown, that is completely up to you.
And we understand that the birth process itself is kind of a messy one. Yeah. And it definitely has the ability to just kind of strip you of your inhibitions, and you in the moment don't care as much and all of that, right? But at the same time, yes, the butt hanging is real.
It's a real thing. It's the worst.
But at the same time, we also know that this is a transformative experience. Yes. This is life-changing. And in the research we've done as doulas, and that's why we actually designed the Dare Darby gowns, is because it can absolutely, having a positive birth experience is pivotal and can change your life. Honestly, as like intense as that sounds, no, it can change your life.
It sounds intense, but here's where we're going with this. When your first parenting experience is as you're parenting your baby in their womb. Now, it may sound weird, but how would you be parenting your baby in the womb? There is research upon research about how babies feel and hear and experience you as a mother while they're in your womb. And as you're so excited and you're talking to them and you're preparing for this baby, you are building your confidence as a parent in the decisions that you're making at your birth. So as you're making those proactive decisions and you're deciding on things that are for your baby and for your body. Because again, you need to take care of yourself just as much as you need to take care of your baby. As you're doing this, you're parenting. And as you make these decisions, you are building confidence as a parent. As a mother, you're building confidence. And when you can show up in your birth as confident, no matter what happens, because things are going to go weird, things are not going to happen the way that you want them to happen. But when you're educated and you show up confidently, that is always naturally going to extend itself to your parenting when the baby is outside of its womb. You're going to show up as a more confident parent. And what this world needs is us as moms to be a little bit more confident in ourselves, to see that mom guilt that we are always, we're always feeling that mom guilt, and to remember, like, no, I'm showing up as I'm the best mom that I can be every morning, right? At the end, maybe not so much at the end of the day, but in the morning, we're the best parent that we can be. And so it's just, so that's what we love about this platform, is educating, helping you guys understand your options and understand how to show up a little bit more confidently in our education, but also in what you wear.
In fact, okay, so going back to this, it actually said the number one reason for dressing up, it affects, this book, they asked over 400 people to choose their top reason for dressing up, and the number one reason was to feel confident. So would you, like, I'm asking all of you, I want to hear your feedback. Do you have a piece of clothing that you put on that, like, every time you put it on, it's like, yeah, I got this. I got it. Like, this is going to be a good day, or you wear it when you go to a meeting, or when it's a special occasion, or is there?
Yeah, what is it?
What is it? What is it that
we
you wear?
want to know? Is it a certain pair of pants? Is it a hoodie? Is it is it a jacket that you wear? Is it a dress? Is it a pantsuit? Is it a jumper?
Is it a pair of shoes?
Is it a pair of shoes?
Or
no.
maybe lipstick?
Yes.
Maybe it's lipstick that you wear and you put on.
Makeup. Like, we want to know, what are some of your go-to confidence builders?
What are yours?
I
put you on the spot. Okay,
I don't know.
Because I thought about this for a minute. I have a dress that, like, fits.
Oh, I do know.
It fits well, but yet it's still comfortable, and it shows, like, oh, in fact, I want to, before, as these are coming up, a bra.
A bra! That's a good one!
Yeah, sometimes when you don't put a bra on all day, you can kind of feel crappy at the end of the day. I totally get that.
Oh my gosh, 2 bras! I love that! Bras!
Makeup and hair done. That's a huge, huge one. In fact, okay.
High-waisted jeans, I'm with you on that. Yeah.
Those are cute, yeah. When your butt's hanging out. We already talked about hospital gown, same concept.
No low rise around here.
Let's hope that they never come back in style.
They have.
Wearing your hair down. I never wear my hair down. I live in a messy bun. Yep.
But
when you wear it down, and it's actually been interesting, showing up weekly for these lives, I put on makeup once a week, and I have my hair done once a week, and it's been actually.
I'm sorry
helpful.
that I don't do the same, but it is what it is. It is how we have to. We show up as we can, right?
Yeah, things that make you happy. Doing a full makeup with lipstick. Yes. Lipstick is an interesting one.
So isn't it fascinating that it is? And the next question I have for you guys is, do those pieces or those rituals that you have that bring you confidence, is it the inner confidence that you're feeling? Like, does it bring out your inner confidence, or is it that you feel like other people are looking at you differently? I'm interested.
Or does it start with your mood? Like, I'm feeling good today, I'm putting this on.
And then you show up, like,
do you put it on and then the mood changes? I think that's.
Have you thought about that? I don't know. I haven't really thought about that. So think about that. If you know. Okay, what comes first?
And this I thought was really interesting to kind of go along with your statement pieces. When we asked the women in our research what it was about their happy clothes that made them feel good, they told us they were well cut, figure enhancing, and likely to be made from bright and beautiful fabrics. So take that in mind.
Think about
Consider that.
Is that real? I haven't read this book.
It's really good.
She just read it.
And the interesting thing about that is I actually was so giddy when I read that, because I feel like that's exactly, we're in our shipping room.
This is our shipping room.
You might notice that our background's a little bit different. We're in our shipping room. These are our gowns. As you order them, this is where they come. So we picked we pick bright and colorful fabrics that are still like the bottoms like can still are bright and colorful, but then also the tops are flattering. It's
form
enhancing,
enhancing, and it's functional, and it just feels good. So that's fascinating. We didn't even know that research, and that is exactly what we wanted. We wanted something that was bright and could bring like an energy of, and the thing is we know that the trend right now is really muted tones, which are beautiful. But when you are in a situation where you need some energy and you need some excitement,
like to show up,
yeah,
to be the one that is actually like the focus.
Yeah. So that's why we chose the brighter colors, is because we wanted there to be some excitement and some energy and some brightness to this.
And then the designs specifically, we wanted them to function well, but then also to make you feel good, to make you feel really good.
Because you know what? Honestly, your boobs are never going to look better than when you're pregnant.
Right?
Honestly.
Can we get a couple hearts or waves? Or,
yes.
I mean, granted, they have a mind of their own.
They do have a mind of their own.
It's like they came like, now they're doing stuff.
They're doing stuff
without you
but
telling
they're
them
like
to.
big and perky and great. And so we really wanted to celebrate that part of our bodies while having a baby. So we just so that was a big thing for us, is that we were able to feel that it was enhancing our form. That bump is so beautiful, and we want to see
the
that
last possible moment that you'll have that bump.
Yeah,
in that capacity. So
I love this.
And so it said, so a few of our comments, I love this. You're beautiful as you are, the best you can be. You think Bethany thinks it's a mixture of both, of like showing up and then also it changing your mood. I feel others are more trusting of my abilities. It definitely changes my mood. Yep.
Interesting.
For me, it definitely reflects my mood and how people respond to me.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that. My dad always told me, the better you look, the better you feel, the better you perform.
Oh, wait, say that again. I love that.
The better you look, the better you feel, the better you perform. 100% agree with that. And I think that goes along really well with labor. When you look good, who does it? Like, I want to know, if you had time and you knew you were going into labor, if you've already had a baby, didn't you take the time to take a shower and like maybe put on some makeup and try to get into a mental space that made you feel, oh my gosh,
that you felt like you looked like you didn't look like a zombie. You are gonna feel
usually it sometimes you do, because it happens quickly or it takes you off guard. But at the same time, if you have the option and the chance, sometimes it helps. I have a hot pink dress and dress pants that make me feel flawless.
I
love that. Hot pink.
Hot pink.
I think women are treated differently based on their appearance, unfortunately, but true. So if I'm feeling confident on the outside, I feel I'm taken more seriously. Yeah.
Interesting. Do you think it's the clothes, or is it that you're showing up more confidently? So then you are being taken more seriously because you feel good.
Okay. Do you guys remember this? And anybody who took like any sort of psych class or like any of those, I can't think of any other words, but, so there was a research study done a while ago. It was super controversial because they put just regular people, half of them they put in prison uniforms, and then half of them they put in prison guard uniforms.
Oh.
So prison uniforms and prison guard uniforms. And neither of them had they weren't bad people, they weren't guards. It was just like they were all in it, I think they were students at a university. And it was shocking, the outcome of the oppression that came from the guards and the way they behaved just by putting on the outfit of being a guard, of being like the hierarchy of, and then the parent or the I want to say prisoners. Thank you.
Interesting.
So it is unfortunate, but it is a mental thing, and that's why our brains are so powerful. Sometimes we take these cues, these subconscious cues, they trigger us, and without even consciously being aware of it, we're making judgments, we're showing up differently,
and not just judgments about others, judgments about ourselves.
Yeah, for sure.
It's an interesting thing. So the psychology, all of this, that psychology of changing your clothes, not only is we're talking about it in labor specifically, but think about how that transcends your life. I took a business class once, and I remember one of the things that was talked about was like, show up when you are doing business, whether it's at your house or not. It's if
like
you will get up
dressed.
And get dressed.
That's
Now, I honestly don't, we work from home, and so a lot of times I don't get up and get dressed, but the days that I do, I feel more confident. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So I love that. So it can transcend through, but we want you to just know, even if you recognize that in your life, notice that could be true for you in your birth as well.
Yeah.
So if you choose not to get your own labor gown, that's okay. Just remember that when you put that hospital gown on, that you are still in charge, that you're still confident that you've done this and you can do it.
Sorry, now I'm reading more of the questions. Make sure to shave my legs. Yep, when you when you went into labor. I showered and did mascara and put my hair in a fun bun. Yeah,
Cute.
Since becoming a mom, the zombie chic look is my life.
Yep. Get that.
My hair was always up in a bun when I labor, but I always put on mascara because I felt better. Yeah, a strapless back bikini top for my labors. I felt sexy and empowered. I love that.
Ooh, good.
But I have a black blouse that I love wearing. I think I'm going to wear it on the way to the hospital, and I'm getting my eyebrows microbladed because, amen, eyebrows. When you have like that, you don't look like you have been through chemotherapy. Yep. You look great.
You do. The eyebrows are really good.
They make it.
I love that. You guys, I love that because it is what we wear, but it's also how we feel like we show up. The hair and makeup is a big thing. The pants, the shoes, all of it. So I love that.
And there's even an element of fake it till you make it. I wanted to share the story, and I actually just like right before we started our live, I posted a post with this story in it because I thought it just was pertinent and so good. So do you ever watch Shark Tank? Right? Any fellow entrepreneurial loves of the reality show.
Those things are awesome.
They're so fascinating. So if you watch Shark Tank, you probably are familiar with Barbara Corcoran. And I was listening to a podcast with her a while ago. But she is she owns the top real estate agency, or she did own the top real estate agency in New York City. So we're talking like buku.
Yeah.
This is crazy. So she's incredibly smart businesswoman, and she said that as she was going through her experience of how she kind of became who she was, and she started out with not knowing anything, like at all. And she said that she barely knew the heck what she was doing. It was the very first apartment she sold, but she knew she could harness success if she felt powerful. It was so she went out and she actually bought she spent all of her commission from selling that one apartment on a jacket, on this beautiful jacket. And so she said that she wore it to every meeting, every listing, because she felt powerful in it. And so we feel like it's the same with childbirth. If you put something on that you feel powerful in, that you feel confident in, you will show up completely differently.
Yes. That is the best part about it. So we do you have another study you want to talk about?
I have studies, you guys, but it's fine. We're just reiterating.
Yeah, we just love it, and we just wanted to know wanted you guys to not only just take into consideration what you wear to your birth. Like, I'm not sure who said it. I think it was Ashley said that she put on her beautiful gown that she felt or her top that she felt sexy in. Yeah. Whether it's a Dear Darby labor gown or something, just make a conscious choice to show up to your birth more confidently. And we know that you will make better decisions for your body and your baby. And when you make those decisions, you will feel confident that the decision you made was a good one, and you will move forward, and it will feel you won't feel the regret that sometimes you do.
Well, and we kind of started to say this at the beginning, but I just want to reiterate, when you can research, you can Google right now that there are studies out there that they have done studies that women that experience positive, well, depending on their birth experience, positive or negative, it actually affects the trajectory of their life and their relationship with their body, their
and their baby,
and the bond they have with their baby. And like, there's so many actual things that spew out into, it's not just those few hours that you're laboring. So you want to show up in a way that you're going to feel good and then have a confident or have a positive birth experience,
regardless if it's the one that you planned on.
Yes,
you can have a positive.
Did you know that?
Yes,
you can still have a positive birth experience even if you've been planning a certain way and it goes completely different from what you were planning. If you feel confident and you feel like you have control in making the decisions, and not like a timid, like passive,
I don't know.
Yeah, like then you will actually consider your birth experience a positive one.
Yeah.
Which makes a huge, huge difference in the outcome of your life. I mean, I have met so many women that believe that their bodies are broken because of the experience that they had in labor.
It's called birth trauma, and it's a real thing.
And it takes a long time to heal, but you can heal from it. If that is something you've dealt with, or you know people that have, know that there is still hope there. You can still heal from it. But it's way better to just have a better experience and then not have to heal from it. Just show up the way you want to.
Yes. And it is really, really, that's their best thing.
She says, if I'm comfortable and confident in what I'm wearing, I don't get distracted and can focus better. I love that.
Yes. Yeah. Perfect.
You don't get distracted.
Such a good awareness. And we've had a couple of questions about our gowns, about how our sizing is. And if you don't mind, should we talk about our giveaway first?
Yeah.
We're going to talk about our giveaway first, and then we'll tell you about sizing and some of the features of our gowns. Go ahead. Do you want to tell?
Yeah. Okay. So we are going to give away a lovely gown. So if you're following us at all, the gown aspect of us at all, you know that we have four designs.
Yes.
And one of them is the lovely.
And the lovely is lovely. It is. So this one, it's our,
what's more of like a bandeau.
Yes, it's a tube top, essentially. So, and it's it has a built-in bra, so you don't have to wear anything under it, and it's super supportive. It has a cup right inside, and it's a little wider, so it fits.
It goes higher.
It goes a little higher, and it fits just almost perfectly. And we've had several women that are a little bigger chested that have been so surprised at how supportive it feels. They tried it on. And how it's not like
it's surprising.
It's surprising.
Yeah.
And it's really, really good. And so it's great. And the thing that's really nice about it too is it's really great access to skin after. And then you just pull it down. So, and it might just be under here, but you can pull it right down and you can breastfeed. You can leave one side up if you'd like, or
you can remove it completely.
You can remove it completely. It's just like it's super versatile. So it's a really good one. But this is the gown top that we're gonna give away, and then your choice of a skirt. We have two different lengths of skirt, a short or a long, and so you can just decide whether if you're like 5'11", the long will come to right about your knees. If you're 5'2", then the short one will come right to about your knees. So you just have to decide.
I'm 5'7", and the long one comes mid-calf, and the short one comes just above my knees.
It does? Mid-calf? I thought it was a little, whatever.
Like,
yes, yeah. It's about mid-calf.
Well, so, I have really long legs, too.
She does have really long legs. But that's what we kind of built in there. There's a 7-inch difference in between the two skirt skirt lengths. And so, And
what's really nice is the skirts are really flowy. So they're like, if you're new pregnant and like, it will accommodate your belly. Yes. And it's really comfortable. It's got pockets.
And so we'll kind of show you. Look what I did.
Hello.
Sorry.
We're back.
I knocked it over. So sorry. So this is this is the one.
I took them all downstairs, I think.
Oh yeah, we did take them all downstairs.
Sorry, the ones that are open are everything else is not.
So they have, if you go on our website, you'll see they have snaps down the middle for access to monitoring and abdominal checks, anything like that. There's
they're so fun.
And then there's great pockets. And the big thing this fabric is super lightweight and it's
so
machine
comfortable.
washable. It's very comfortable, but it is, that was our big thing is we know birth is messy and we know, but we didn't want to give you a disposable gown because that's not what we're into. We're not into making you feel disposable. We want this to be an experience that when you see this, just like your wedding dress, like when you see your wedding dress, it's so exciting and you love it and you felt beautiful when you were in it. And that's kind of what we want to replicate for birth. So,
which is funny because I thought like, oh, I'll just wear this probably like when I'm in labor and then maybe a few days after. Oh my gosh, you guys, probably every single night the last maybe at least month, if not 6 weeks, I wore it to bed.
It's so comfy.
I wore it to bed because I was so much more comfortable in this. I didn't want anything. You guys, you ladies know, anything touching my belly in any aspect of it, I hated. So I wore it to bed every night. I looked way better when I went to bed during the day.
But after. So that's the gown. The Lovely is the tube top looking top, and they snap together so it makes a whole gown. But if you want to remove it to have your baby or get in the tub or get in the shower, you can just remove the skirt. And it's super easy.
And then you can still be covered and you can still have pictures taken and you're not like completely exposed to the world and you, so that way you're not worried about that either. I love what she just said up here. I think it was actually my doula talked about how wearing a hospital gown is considered an intervention. She's a huge advocate of wearing whatever you want. I could believe that.
I believe that. Okay, that's fascinating.
That is interesting.
I'm gonna have to think about that one. That's really
hot
interesting.
pink, just like the sexy pants. I love it.
We got hot pink.
Love
it. So here's another one of our tops. It's our darling top. It's a plunge. And it's really beautiful, and it has a ruffle sleeve on the shoulder, and it's super flirty,
it is
sexy,
flattering.
So super fun. So this is another fun one we have. We have our sugar top is
zipper.
It's a zipper, so it has sleeves on it. It has a little cap sleeve and a zipper,
so fun.
And the zipper zips all the way, so you can just take it off. And they all have built-in bras in them, so that is a perk. So you don't have to wear a bra under it. It's all supportive, and it's a one-stop shop. So there's that one. And then we don't have an angel out, but it's kind of like we don't have one out.
Sorry, I should have prepared.
Well, we weren't going to sell our gowns. we weren't going to do that, but it has a spaghetti strap. So it's kind of fun. So if you feel like you need a little bit of support, if your chest, like the Lovely doesn't have any shoulder support. So it's kind of fun. We pretty much gave you every sleeve. We have a cap sleeve. We have a little flutter sleeve. We have a spaghetti strap, and then a no sleeve. So it's just really fun. And they all have built-in bra pads. They all have they snap to the skirt, so it's easy on and off. Open and they're
snaps. Easy to wash.
They're machine washable.
Like, they come out looking exactly perfect. I have birthed on mine, and it's lovely.
Just throw it in the wash in cold, and you're good.
Yeah.
So as far as sizing goes, it is we carry between smalls and 3X. So so we have lots of sizes, and it really depends on the top and your chest. Because if you have a bigger chest, you're going to want to size up in any of these. People that maybe have not so much chest, not so much boob, but more like girth in your rib cage, then you'll probably size down. So that's kind of where you just need to take into consideration. And our darling top goes really low, and sometimes that's really fun. Women that have large chests are super excited,
like the cleave,
and they like the cleave, but then other women don't, and they want to size up in that so that they don't have so much cleavage. So it kind of is it's a hit and miss.
And definitely, we had a question about the zipper top. If you feel it, if you feel the zipper on your skin, really know, not until about down here, and that's only if you're disconnected. If you're not connected to the,
unsnapped.
if you're unsnapped from the bottom.
If you're snapped to the skirt, you'll never feel it. But when you unsnap, you might feel it. We've never had anyone that has used it say that it bothered them at all. Actually, most people have said they never even noticed.
In fact, I know that there was a lot of you that came to us from Jasmine Ray Hair Co. Jazz. She wore the zipper top, actually.
That's what she wore in her
and
birth.
she really liked it. So
yeah. So yay. So these are our gowns. We love them, and we love you guys so much because that's who we made these for you. So, and again, we're really excited to do this giveaway. So there are a couple terms of this giveaway.
Just 'cause it's a little bigger.
It's a big one. Tell them the terms.
Okay, so the post that I posted right before this live started, it is a cute mama, and she's in her lovely gown, and it's like a nice form-fitting skirt, which we actually have the form-fitting skirts. Yes. We don't sell them as much because they're not as
they're not functional.
They're not as functional in labor, but they're compression, and they actually are super flattering.
Yeah.
Like
awesome.
If you want to show off that bump, they're fantastic. So it has her in the gown, and so if you will go to that post and make a comment about how you want a gown, then you're entered.
Yeah.
And make sure that you're signed up for our email newsletter, because that will be going out. We'll announce the winner in the email.
And tell your friends, tag your friends, because that is it's so nice to share the love and share. So if you have any pregnant friends or any friends in general, we love it when you guys share. So thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for being here.
Oh, we have lots from Jasmine.
Yeah,
thank you, guys.
You
guys are awesome. She's awesome.
She is awesome.
We're thankful for all of you, and we're thankful you're here. Just think about next time that you're wanting to show up confidently to something in your life, whether it's just the start of the day. Think about how you show up most confidently, and make a conscious decision to show up that way. And we know, you guys, we are raising,
and we know
the
it's
world.
hard to do when you're pregnant, especially when you get closer to term and you're like, I don't want to spend any money because this is temporary. But still, maybe let the hair down, put some makeup on, and wear something that makes you feel good. So
we love it.
It will change your brain.
Yeah, and you could wear it to the pool. It's true. We've had people that have bought our labor gown, and when they're pregnant, it's like, it actually kind of looks like a swimming suit cover up. Yeah. And we've had several women that
wear bottoms underneath.
Wear bottoms
and
underneath.
You're good.
And you got a cute poolside outfit.
Super fun.
So you guys are wonderful. And okay, thank you so much. We hope you have a great night, and we will see you around social media. See you next week.
See you next week. Love you.
Love you. Bye.